Hello there and welcome to Donkey Kong Country. My name is Eric, I call myself Demon Alchemist. Metroid wasn't the only series to debut a game in 1994 that would come to define the series for decades. This is Donkey Kong Country, the first Donkey Kong game developed by Rare and a very different beast from its predecessors, literally. While Super Metroid essentially perfected the formula introduced in the first two games, and firmly laid the foundation for the Metroidvania genre in the process, Rare took a much different approach with DKC, instead doing something completely different. This game is a full-on 2D action platformer with 3D digitized sprites. And it is awesome! I love this game. This series is one of my favorites on the Super Nintendo, and I hope we see more Donkey Kong Country games. After the first three on the Super Nintendo, there were a bunch of ports, but the next main game wasn't until, 2008, with Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii, which is also a great game, by the way, and one I'd love to Let's Play. And then Tropical Freeze in 2014, I think, and that's all we've seen of the series so far, but yeah, here we go. Unlike most games I've done, there is no intro anything, there's no story at the start, at all. The closest thing you get to that is this. Hop in here. Donkey Kong sees that his banana hoard is missing. And he's sad. And angry. So let's go. But if you actually want the story of the game, you should read the manual. And I actually really recommend reading the manuals. The manuals to all Rare games, I think, are fun, but at least Donkey Kong ones, I've read them all, and they're all really fun. This is a game that, as I said, is a 2D action platformer, but it's also got a bunch of secrets. And this is just one simple example. Oh, I screwed it up. I don't think you can get back up without going back to the beginning, and I will. Oh, you can go up here, though. There's secrets hidden all over. Oh, I missed it. There was a 2-up, or a 3-up balloon, I think, up there. And I missed it because I screwed up the jumps. But while that is a secret, it's not like a main secret. By the way, that's a DK barrel. It holds the other member of your team, whichever one you're not playing as currently, because you can switch at any time. And generally, play as Diddy Kong. He's just better, aside from two things we'll get to, including one of them right now. Oh, I killed him already, huh? So he's not going to be here. And we'll get into it later then. If you already have two characters, then a DK barrel doesn't do anything for you. So ideally, you don't want to break them unless you need it, because then you can go back and get it if you want to. As you saw, I went back and got a banana in DK's house, and you can get an additional, 6? By going around here, because there's a 1-up, a 2-up, and a 3-up. Which makes this easily the best level in the game to grind for lives. And that's where I do it, when I need lives. This is a normal barrel. You can carry it just like a DK barrel by holding the run button. If you press the run button, then you'll do a roll. Either a cartwheel for Diddy or an actual roll for Donkey Kong. God, so many things I'm trying to talk about. Like I said, this game has 3D digitized sprites, so they were 3D models in a computer that were then scanned and converted into 2D sprites, similar to Mortal Kombat, but I don't know if it's the exact same process. Now this is the first actual secret. There are hidden rooms all throughout the game, and to get 101%, you need to enter them at least. You don't have to successfully complete minigames, because there are minigames in many of them, not all of them. You cannot re-enter them, by the way. That's something that's different in the sequels. But obviously, this is Rambi the Rhino. If you want to get off, you press the A button. I'm just going to be mainly covering the Super Nintendo version. I might cover the other two. But I'd also kind of rather actually cover them entirely at some point, because I like them both. Oh, DK was frozen there for a second. Rambi the Rhino is the first animal friend you encounter. There are, 5 of them, I think, in the game? Maybe just 4. No, there's 5. There are 4 you ride on, and there's one that functions differently. But immediately after the first secret, here's another one. This one is the first minigame. If you match up these barrels, you can get whatever is on them. Those are animal tokens. If you get 3 of the same kind, then you're taken to a minigame round where you can earn lives. That is Clump, I believe. And he is the enemy I was trying to show a thing with Diddy, but we'll get to that in another level. I don't feel like... Oh, come on, I want to get up here. Oh my god. I am out of practice with this game, as I am with most things I've covered. When I get to them. There's some bananas up here if you want them. I think that's all that's up there. But I believe this only has the 2 secrets. And yeah, you can tell because the name will have an exclamation point. In the Game Boy Color version, the name actually turns red when you've gotten all the secrets. The Game Boy Advance version, it's the same as this, the exclamation point. Levels you have not completed will have a critter face on them. The ones you have will show which character you completed it as. And that's useful in multiplayer, because you can see who beat what levels. Ooh. I should probably say the names of the levels when I enter them, huh? A lot of levels have stuff hidden at the beginning. That's one of the main areas you want to look for secrets. Ugh. This is an army. Okay. If you jump on it with Diddy, he'll just be stunned. But if you jump on him with Donkey Kong, he'll be killed. You can kill him by rolling into him, I believe, with Diddy. I can't check now. You can also roll into him as DK and it just stuns him. So maybe rolling is just a stun for both characters. Anyway, was that transition at the beginning relatively smooth between scripted and unscripted? Because I scripted that intro, which is the first time I've done that. But I thought of it, and I was like, yeah, it's a pretty good idea. I never know what to say at the start of a series, so I actually really like the idea of scripting the intro for the beginning of each series. That way, like... Is this where... Yeah, I thought so. I think I might have already missed a secret here. Some I'm probably going to have to look up. Any that I can't remember, I'll probably come back at the end of the world to get. I think that's a good way to do it. 100 bananas obviously gives you a life. Kong letters just give you a life when you get all 4. They're not saved by the game, like in Returns and Tropical Freeze. Damn, I forgot how far that sends you. I will be heading back, but first... Falling from a great height will make those, like, markings on the ground. It means that something's hidden there, basically. I don't think it matters to bring this right here. Yeah, it doesn't bring you up anywhere anyway. I'm just gonna go ahead and go forward. I'll go back through the level to show the part we skipped. Yeah, I thought so. Some of the secrets you can see just barely off screen, and then some are entirely leaps of faith. Some of them are actually kind of bullshit to find on your own. Yeah. Usually with that, I just kind of, like, focus at the center of the screen and just, like, try to take in it all at once. Usually then I can see where it was last. Pretty much all the secrets are exactly the same between the 3 versions of the game. But there are slight differences, like, the GBA version makes slight changes to make it more in line with the rest of the series. It changes the appearance of the bonus barrels to look like they do later. That is all the secrets, but I do want to show the part we skipped. It's not a major part, so I'll go fast. I feel like there's something else I should be mentioning, but I don't know. This game is really fun. It used to be my favorite in the series, which is weird, I know, for any, like, DKC fans. A weird thing, by the way, if you die with both Kongs, you actually keep both Kongs. You don't lose the one you were playing as. Whereas normally, if you die as a character, you lose that. Oh, Diddy will stun them if they're not moving. Or Diddy will kill them by jumping if they're not moving. And that's true, actually, for rolling with both characters as well. What was I saying? Yeah, the first game in this series is not a fan favorite. Most fans of the series prefer 2. That is the fan choice for the best game in the DKC series. At least the original series, and a lot of people feel that way about it over Returns and Tropical Freeze as well. I may or may not agree with that. I'm not actually sure how it compares to the later games, but I will say that I think it is the best of the trilogy. Shit. By the way, this is the hardest bonus. You play as Rambi, obviously, and for each 100 tokens you get a life. There's a secret that will double the amount of tokens you have, and it's really great, but Rambi's specifically counts down way faster than the others. So it's way harder to get that. We'll see it later, I'm sure. You get so many animal tokens. If you die, they come back, just like the Kong let it. Well, wait a sec. I saw that. No, I didn't. I thought I saw a banana down there. No, obviously I didn't, because I fell down there before. But when I first played these games, which was not at the time, I was born in 98, so, like, I didn't play this game until, like, I don't know, 2010, 2011, 2012, something like that, when I first got my Super Nintendo. Because I never had access to a Super Nintendo as a child, not until, like I said, I was, like, 13 or 14. Instead, like, I played on the NES, because my grandpa had one, and whenever I went over to my grandpa's house, which I didn't really have a relationship with him, it was just on, like, family reunions and stuff. But I'd always play on the NES with my nephew, who was just a year and a half younger than me, so... Weirdness with my family I'm not going to get into. Right now, at least. I would actually like to have him on a video at some point. I think that'd be cool. He and I have a pretty fun dynamic. We have made videos in the past. Just one, actually. One video. I guess now that I'm doing this, I could totally invite him to make another one. But, the console that I really played first was the N64. And I didn't have DK64 either. In fact, I didn't have a That was weird. That was really weird. I didn't have a single Donkey Kong game as a child. The first game... Now I'm really curious. I'm trying to think what the first Donkey Kong game I played was. The first one I beat was Donkey Kong 94, I think. Well, I might have beaten the arcade Donkey Kong or NES version of it at some point. But when I first pursued this series, I loved this game. I fell in love with it. I thought it was so much fun. And then I played 2, and I was really intimidated. All the new collectibles and how things function differently, it scared the shit out of me. And for a while, at least, I kind of disliked it. I didn't play much. I played a couple worlds. But I kind of disliked it. And that hurts me now, because I went back and properly played through the series a few months ago, or close to a year ago now. I'm not sure on timing. And I fucking loved it. 2, and I love 3. And I played all the remakes, and the Donkey Kong Land games, and I played through some of DK64, but goddamn, that game still intimidates me, and I have not yet finished it. Oh, love this series. But for a long time, I just kind of loved this one, and did not like 2, and didn't play 3. Which was a mistake. A whole mob of Kremlings just passed through. Back in my days, we used to have real gameplay. You know what's even worse? When you get to the end and then have to start again. You're complaining about that? That's an arcade thing. You wouldn't know a good game if you were in it. A single joystick and a single button is all that's needed to make good gameplay. I wouldn't be seen dead in a game like this one. Bruh, you're in it. I say you can't better the graphics, sounds, and playability of a Game & Watch. I didn't remember he referenced Game & Watch. A leap of faith is all it takes to find Winky in Barrel Cannon Canyon. Well, there's a hint. Steel-ringed barrels break only when they hit a wall. They don't... Oh, steel-ringed barrels. Okay. Can't say I expect to see you again, but you might get lucky, I guess. Okay. That's Cranky's cabin. You can stop in and say hi to Cranky. There's some stuff in the background that's cool. background details only get better in the series that we're on as it goes over time. Whatever. He does give you some actual hints, but then he also just insults you and the game a bunch. Cranky is a fun character, and he is, as everyone knows at this point, he's the original Donkey Kong from the Donkey Kong arcade game. The father of Donkey Kong Jr. and the grandfather of Donkey Kong III, who is the star of this game. Who, by the way, is officially not related to Diddy Kong. I think he was called his uncle, and Diddy Kong was called his nephew at some point. But he's basically just called his little buddy now. Which makes more sense, because one's a monkey and one's a gorilla. Reptile Rumble! But Cranky's hints are not that helpful. What he was saying here, though, is a steel ringed barrel. That's this. If you throw it, it will keep rolling until it hits a wall. I got confused because I thought he was talking about steel kegs, which we haven't seen yet, and those don't break on walls. By the way, to put a barrel down, you just continue to hold the run button, and hold down and let go of the run button. They're very useful to break into secrets, as we've already seen. Secrets hidden in walls like that, in particular, are way easier to find in the Game Boy Advance version, because the difference in sprite is so much clearer. In fact, sometimes here, I feel like it's entirely invisible, and just, you're not gonna know, unless you just think, oh, I wonder if this is breakable. Most of the secrets in the game, though, aren't that hard to find. There's really only a handful that I would say are annoying. I love these. I love the rooms like this that are just sort of autopilot. It's just sort of fun to watch. Also, I guess I haven't acknowledged barrel cannons are a new thing to this game. It was weird to say new thing to this game when I haven't Let's Played any previous Donkey Kong games. I don't really want to, because they're all really simple games that are not really full experiences. Which is just kind of how it was early on in video games. Ugh, I did not realize you could just sit there. I'm terrified. But barrel cannons are really fun. They're one of the core elements of the DKC gameplay. There's DK barrels all over, so you don't have to worry too much if you lose Diddy. I love him continuing to act like Diddy is just superior, and he kind of is. Oh, there's ground here. I don't know why there is, because if you fall, you don't die in bonus rooms. It's just really nice that you can come back up here. There's no time limit, by the way, so you can freely explore all you want, but the levels are generally very linear. I would love, like, a DKC Metroidvania game. I think that could be really cool. But we've yet to see something like that. Although, there are some Returns and Tropical Freeze levels that are a bit more open. These are Slippas, by the way. I do know most of the enemies' names, although some I have forgotten. That's a critter, I think. I think the ones that stand still, or the ones that walk slowly, are the same as the ones that jump. Ooh, I might be wrong. I'll try to look that up before the next episode. Coral Capers, first water level. And this song is incredible. Just listen to this. That's about all there is to it. It kind of just loops, but it's so good. It's my favorite song in the game, I think, and a lot of people feel similarly. There are secrets in the water levels, but there are no bonuses, so you don't have to worry about getting any of the secrets to get 101%. Still recommend looking for secrets, though, because there's some decent stuff hidden. Lives, DK barrels, and a specific animal buddy, animal friend, that is exclusive to water levels. On Guard. One of my favorites. I think he sometimes automatically charges, but he didn't there, so I'm not certain. You can press the run button to charge forward. I didn't explain, but you can press the run button... What? Okay, I don't know why that disappeared. You can press the run button to buck with Rambi. On Guard is a swordfish, obviously. He does not... All of the animal friends get more animal buddies. Animal friend is Kirby. All of the animal buddies get more features in the sequels. They each have a special move they can do. It's not true here. This game is much simpler than the sequels. There can be 2 instances of the same animal buddy. Usually you don't see that, but this is a level where you can. There's lots of water levels that have multiple on guards because they're really, really helpful. Oh. The animal tokens are good to get, but they can be annoying because in the process of bringing you to the sort of mini game, they also remove you from the level and you'll respawn at the checkpoint. Which, I mean, if you haven't gotten the checkpoint barrel yet, is the beginning of the level. And that can be really aggravating. Ugh. That is Croctopus, I think? There we go. Most of the water levels are pretty chill and they're not that hard, so they're just sort of a fun diversion. Funky's Flights. This is a very useful feature that serves no purpose right now. Whoa, dudes, my name's Funky Kong. My bodacious jumbo barrel can launch you to any point in the island. Most unfortunately, it can only send you to a place you've already been to. Which is a complete and total bummer, let me tell you. Whoa, dude. Okay. If you jump in his jumbo barrel, you can fly around the island. We cannot go to that first DK head. That's not a world. It, I guess, represents his treehouse. Even though you can visit the treehouse in the first level, which is in this world, Congo Jungle. But, like I said, this doesn't do anything for us right now. Although there is a glitch you can do right here to skip to a later world. For some reason, pressing the A button at the right time here teleports you to the 4th world, I think. But it doesn't work on the NSO version because it's a later release of the game. And it also doesn't work on my cartridge that I have, so I have no way of showing that. Jumbo Barrel's cool, though, and it plays his music, which is good, but nowhere near as good as his music is later in the series. It's still pretty good, though. There's actually an early version of this song that was made for this game, but not in this game, and it's so much better. If I can find it, I'll play it right now for you. Anyway, let's go. Barrel Cannon Canyon. This is a level that Cranky mentioned. He gave a hint for it. There's a barrel at the beginning that can let you take this shortcut through most of the level. Just keep going to barrel to barrel to barrel. And this is right after the bonus barrel, I think. We go up here, we can get another Ramby token and take another secret. Just blitz through. Okay, now we're at the halfway point. Sorry. I will go back and do the beginning part of the level, of course. But first, secret. I do remember most of the secret locations. I've gotten 100% in this game 2 or 3 times. I don't really care for that on-guard token. TNT barrels will explode. As soon as you interact with them, there's a timer that will count down. Which is a bummer, because there's a secret right here. Which doesn't really make sense, logically, but that's fine. We'll get it on the way back. Okay, there's the end. I'm trying to be a little... There is the end is a little unnecessary. Just call out every time we get a DK letter. That would be so fucking annoying. Calling letter. Ooh. Barrel cannons can be difficult. By the way, an interesting fact about this version and this version of this game only. There is not a hard limit to the number of lives you can have, or at least it's very high. In later versions, the game maxes out at 99 lives. And that is where this game stops displaying the life counter. But it does keep counting. You can have a lot more than 99 lives. If I can easily find what the max is, I'll put it on screen now. I'm giving myself so much work to do. I don't have much time today. But it's fine. It is Friday, June 23rd, by the way. For once, I'm not recording this. For once I'm recording this more than 2 days before the video goes up. Because this video is going up on Monday, and this is Tuesday. No, it's not. What the fuck am I saying? It's Friday, and this video goes up on Monday. I have a full 3 days before this video goes up. But not really, because I'm going to be out of town this weekend. So I won't have time to edit this before Monday. That's why I'm gonna have to edit it today, which is a bummer. By By the way, as soon as you enter a room, it's counted as that. You don't have to then beat the level. So, like, if you come back and if you revisit a level to get secrets, you can just enter the secret and then leave. By the way, if you press... I keep saying by the way. While the game is paused, you can press select to exit the level if you've already finished it, which is really nice, and I don't think the game ever tells you that. Cranky might. Bonuses are also great for lives. Often they'll give you a lot of bananas and even just lives outright. I believe this level has 5 bonuses. No, it doesn't. It has 3, I think. There's only one level in the game that has more than 3... Oh, no, it's not a secret there. I am wrong. There's only one level in the game, I believe, that has more than 3 bonuses. Although I could be wrong. Later Donkey Kong Country games have a more consistent number of bonuses per level. If I remember correctly, I actually don't remember the details of that. Oh, shit. Sometimes when you miss, you will happen to hit another barrel and be fine. But... yeah, in Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3, every single level has at least 1 bonus, except for the last level in the secret world of DKC 3. And they all have between 1 and 3. This game is not nearly as consistent. Like I said, all the water levels have 0 bonuses. There's a couple other levels that don't have any. Most levels have between 1 and 3, but there's one that has 4 and one that has 5. Basically. I just wanted to check my notes, because I took a lot of notes about DKC series. It's what I do when I'm big into a series. Take a lot of notes. I find it very fun to sort of dig through, so I made a list of all of the levels in the game and how many bonuses they have. I did that for other similar kind of stat tracky kind of stuff. Just what I like to do. I suppose I could, like, link to the notes, or how... the notes I take are in the Samsung Notes app, because I have a Galaxy phone. I suppose I could... I need to focus on this, I guess, because I'm really struggling. But, this series also might go a little quickly. I realize I'm almost done with the first world, and it's not even... we're not even 30 minutes yet. Crazy. I could, like, screenshot them and, like, link to a Google Drive thing or something. But, it's fine. I have made a lot of notes, and it could be interesting to share, but that's not really something I care to do right now. I could make, like, publicly available resources like that. Not that it'd be, like, super helpful. Okay, I need to actually focus here, so I'm gonna be quiet while I do it this time. For the barrel cannons, sometimes you really want to take your time with it. This is not a particularly hard one, but still worth taking time. Usually for these kind of barrel shots, you want to let go when your barrel is slightly above the other one, to account for you falling. Although it does matter on the speed of the barrels, obviously. Oh, there we go. There's the G, and there's the level. I believe we got all the secrets. Yeah, so we got all the secrets in all the levels in the world. This is Candy's save point, a vital resource. Hi, I'm Candy Kong, and this is my save point. I'm not going to do a voice for her. If you want to save your current game, jump into my spinning save barrel. Hi, I'm Candy... Jesus. She'll blow kisses, by the way, at whichever Kong you're playing as, which gets a little weird when she's blowing kisses at Diddy Kong when her boyfriend is right behind him. But yeah, that's the only way to save in the game, is by getting to Candy's save point. And you cannot leave a world without Funky's flights. So each time you start a world, you need to get to either Candy or Funky to be able to save, which is not great, to put it simply. It's not great. If I remember correctly, it's easier to save in 2 and 3, or at least you get the saves early into each world. But regardless, in the Game Boy Advance version, you can save anytime, and that's great. It's one of the biggest improvements made in the GBA versions. Very Naughty's Lair. Let's do the first boss level. Just jump on him. He'll move slightly faster and jump farther and higher with each hit, but that's about it. It's really, really easy. I almost died to him, which would have been a little funny after I just talked shit. There's additional dialogue and scenes added in the GBA version to each game, including right there. Cranky Kong will talk to you at the end of every boss fight. I'm trying to think if I want to just do a world per video. And, like, I kind of do, but that would also, like, that'd make the later episodes much longer. So, nah, I'll just still shoot for 40 minutes like I was doing before. Winky's Walkway. Winky is one of the 2 animal buddies we've not yet seen, right? Because we've seen Espresso, Rambi, and On Guard, yeah. He jumps high. That's it. You can jump while he's mid-jump? Okay. Not really, not off a ledge. Well, I guess that's an important thing to point out, is that you can roll off a ledge and jump. Obviously, I did that at the very beginning, but I didn't, like, mention it. It's another core element here, is you can roll and then jump. Although if you hit an enemy, you're kind of locked into rolling, and it gets a little weird. So this might be not a great time to mention that. But it's called like a boost jump or a power jump. It's some weird generic name. And there is no like better official name, I don't think. That's what's used in like a manual or something. I don't remember. Winky's a little weird. He moves by jumping. I was going to point out another thing, but we'll see that in a sec. When you get into a bonus with an animal buddy, you keep the animal buddy, which is nice. And you just, this one you just exit by going to the right. Ah! Fuck! It's very easy to just walk off a ledge because he moves weirdly. It feels strange. I don't remember getting the bonus barrel, but I guess I did. Oh my god. Holy shit. It's all falling apart now. Start of the second world. Goddamn. If you're worried, by the way, about running out of lives when you enter a new world, I would actively recommend grinding in Jungle Hijinks to get all the lives. If you don't have Winky, you can't get any of the bananas at the top. Any of the banana bunches. Ugh. I hate that spawn point. It's right where you don't expect it. Winky can jump on zingers without taking damage, is what I was going to demonstrate, but then I lost him. Oh my god, that's right. This level is so short. Holy shit. There's one secret, and it's such a brief jaunt. Minecart Carnage. This is a classic, very memorable level, and it's pretty difficult. I don't think it's like that hard, but it's pretty difficult. Unless you do this. If you just jump over this barrel, you land in a secret barrel that sends you all the way to the end of the level. And all you have to do is jump over one enemy. There you go. Victory. And there's no secrets in that level either, so you can't actually just straight up do that. But I want to show it. It's also a fun level. I like it. It's one of 2 minecart levels in this game, and they both function differently than each other. In this one, you ride in the cart, and jumping makes the cart jump. You jump with, the cart jumps with you, basically. The only thing to collect in this level, though, are Kong letters. And those are the only collectibles in the game, aside from the bonuses, which feels a little weird to call that. I love the puzzle pieces that are added in Donkey Kong Country Returns. And in fact, the fact that the Runaway guys in their series of DKC returns, like, as soon as they said in the first episode, we are not going to be getting all the puzzle pieces, I immediately lost interest in that series, and I've not kept up since. Because to me, that's such an important part of the game. It's one of the primary collectibles, and it's one of the most fun aspects of the game, is finding the secrets. It actually kind of pissed me off that they weren't going for them all. It's a real bummer. Ugh. I am having a lot of fun, even though I'm dying more than I expected to this early. Doesn't exactly bode well for the series, because these levels are not difficult. This one is more difficult than some of the later ones. It's definitely a slight peak up in difficulty. I say slight. You really need to react quickly to when the carts appear on screen, the crashed carts. These are called crashes, by the way. These critters inside minecarts. And the minecarts here are hard to dodge, but they're way harder in the Game Boy Color version. Fuck, it's very easy to jump too early. The Game Boy Color version of this game is, if I'm being honest, not nearly as good as the SNES or GBA versions. I think it is a substantial downgrade. It's very impressive, and it's fun for what it is, but in every aspect, it's just not as good. And one of those things is the smaller screen means you don't see as far ahead, which doesn't always matter much, but it really matters here. It makes this level so much more annoying, and they also removed the skip at the beginning, which, by the way, is equivalent to, like, warp barrels in later games. This game doesn't have warp barrels, but it is sort of the same idea, where you can skip forward by finding a secret. I think this is the only one like that in this game. They added more in the GBA version. Fuck! I knew he was coming! I knew he was coming, but I thought it was a little bit later. God damn it. They added a lot more warp barrels in the GBA version. The GBA version in general is just easier. There's other changes that made it a bit easier. It's really fun, and I do like it. I just don't think it's like a big difference in quality. It's got some really cool stuff, though. Finally, I got the light. God, just to do a short hop, it's not that hard. It just sort of makes it feel more in line with the later games. And that's true for 2 as well. 2 on GBA also makes some changes that match the third game. Because there's iterative improvements. Like I've talked about with Mega Man. The Rare loves to do iterative improvements as well. So each DKC game made slight changes that were then kept in subsequent games. Although there aren't that many by Rare, so that statement feels a little weird. There we go. Jesus Christ, man. Finally! Now we can move on to the next level. And I'm going to go ahead and just go until I get to the save point, which I believe is right after this. Because I'm not going to be able to record the next episode right now, so I want to be able to save and quit. Bouncy Bonanza! It's dark in here, and for some reason the barrels look different. Actually, yeah, there's a different... Oh, yeah! I didn't realize there were 2 different wooden barrel types, okay? I thought when Cranky was describing the, like, metal ringed barrels, he was just being unnecessarily descriptive. No! There are barrels that are ringed and ones that aren't. The ones that aren't don't roll at all. They break as soon as they hit the ground, just like a DK barrel. So strange. How did I not realize that? I thought this barrel just looked weird. Damn. I don't know if there's a secret. Sorry, give me a sec. What the fuck? My calendar just popped off the wall violently. What the hell? Why so violent? It sent the thumbtacks flying. What the hell? I need to stop saying what the hell or fuck, whatever. Jesus. That freaked me out, and I still don't understand how that happened. Oh shit, I think this is a secret in one of these walls. The decision to keep going is probably not a great one, because, like I said, I am limited on time here. It is 1:03 p.m., and I still need to edit this video and go to the store and a couple other things before I... Oh! I didn't know you could make it up here without the tire. Usually I use the tire to get up here. Strange. The secret in here, which is nothing but a free Winky. It looks like there's a banana on the screen there, but that's just because that's from the HUD. It's one of the numbers of your life, your health. Lives! God damn, bro. Did I just... Shit. I feel like I saw something up there, but I don't think so. Yeah. Zingers. The name of the bees, by the way. How did I thread the needle like that? I threaded the stupid needle. Can I get the tire? Yeah. What you want to actually do is push it forward, but slowly, so you can get it on this platform. And then you can just jump up with that. God damn. I'm being overzealous, because I'm impatient to get to the save. You can enter this again, by the way. This is one secret that you can re-enter for some reason. There are a couple that are like that. You can just come back in here. If you're on Winky, it takes you off him, which is a little weird given how the on-guard thing works. You could technically use it to grind for lives with the bananas because they spawn infinitely, but that would be incredibly painful to do. It'd take so long. You get like 3 fucking bananas every time. Shit! See if I can do this again without the tire. Actually, no, I don't, because I want to show this bottom path. I believe there's no secrets in either path. It's just 2 optional ways. 1 zinger and 2 zingers and a DK barrel. But then you just come up here anyway to get Winky. This game's a little weird the way it treats bonuses, coming from the later series. The later games in the series. But I am really excited to start a new game. This is the first new series I've done in 2 months, because I've been doing Metroid for 2 months. I just saw earlier, more than 2 months. I think, or about 2 months. One of the two. Usually there's an arrow sign shortly before the end of the level. Why is... Oh, I know why this is here, and I don't need it, because I have Winky. By the way, I think that 1 Winky bonus might not count. You might not need to get that to get 100%. I don't know if that's true, but I feel like it is. Regardless, do I have all the bonuses? I don't. I'm missing 1. I'm gonna go back for that in the next episode, because I really just want to beeline to that save point. Stop and go station. By the way, you can just head straight to the left to skip to near the end. I will go over how these function in a sec. Actually, I'll do it in the next video. First thing I'll do in the next video is finish Bouncy Bonanza, get that secret, replay Bouncy Bonanza, get that secret, then actually play Stop and Go Station for real. But there's a skip. Yoo-hoo, Honeycomb! Now's a good time to save where you've gotten to. I didn't expect to do that voice. That came out of nowhere. We're already 20%. Episode 1. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.